I believe this is the sixth video of the series. The last video investigated the causes and came up with new cause categories. So from here, we got to identify, the question of where are things happening, but what's happening in those places based on the way the number is prioritized. So one thing I want to go back to, and this came up in class today, is if there are multiple variables that have different types of locations, maybe it's state, town, facility, department, job title, you should explore those and you use the same exact approach that was covered in the previous, where you sort by that variable, you put it in the left-hand column, you do a count, percent count. You can do any variance of the total paid or indemnity medical paids, get a percent of it. You can calculate the averages. You can do the $0 in actual, but ultimately you want to come up with a risk priority number, RPN, which is the percent count multiplied by the percent total paid. And then you prioritize based on that. So a student asked me which one should he do, and I said try them all, see what happens. That's what's so beautiful about this, is that you can really explore. Another thing that you could explore, that I may do in a later video, is to sort and then look at like the top 10 or 20% most expensive claims and see if there's anything common there, because some authors indicate that there is similarities between the most frequent incidents, even though it's low severity, and then the less frequent high severity. So that's something I might explore later on just for fun. So let's get on with it. Let's look at the prioritized job title and then move on from there. So this was my original that I've been working with, and then I have a newer version. So this was the old causes, and I came up with new causes. But we got to go back to department, and by department, the number one class code by far was 3632. It'd be great if we had more of them, but 3632 was number one by and large, by a factor of almost 30 to 1. So that's what we're going to go with. I'm going to go right back to my completed version. So this is with the new cause categories that I created. And again, you can do it however you want. These are the ones I came up with. I think it kind of covers the primary causes of non-fatals. So the first thing I need to do is I need to bring this over to a new tab. And I guess there's an easier way to do this. A guest lecturer came in and she said, I watched your videos and there is an easier way. Totally appreciate that. I'm doing it the long way because that's the way I roll. So I'm going to get rid of, and so in this other version, there's only 5 outliers that removed, and that's going to cause problems because there is so much to be, there's going to be some skewed when I start trying to forecast, but that's okay, and it's going to drive up I can handle it at this point, and I'm going to show that. The other way it's going to be easier too. So here's some ways that I presented the results of the new cause by number of claims. And make sure you always have a title. There should be a title number if you're going to put it in a paper. I'm not a big fan of the pie chart. I'm not, because you have to kind of try to compare the colors, and as soon as you print on a grayscale, it doesn't look good. And then down here, I did the total paid. Yeah, delete that. And I'm going to get rid of all of this because I want a clean version. So I highlighted it, right click, delete, gone. But now I got to make space for work. And I'm going to do the right click, insert, and the control Y. Oh, that's not a good thing. I'm going to try to clean that up real quick. Let's see, what is this? This unknown thing. So I think in my other version, an earlier video, I actually filled in the unknowns. I went and read and we did this in class today. So we got these unknowns. You can like scan over here and see what those unknowns were. They're not always easy to determine. Let's see here. We got these others as well, and I might be able to determine those too. So let's play around. So we've got an other, hand tool, puncture fingers. Employee was trying to remove a broken off punch. Okay, I'm going to move this in so you can see it too. Broken off punch, piece shattered while employee was pounding it. Shattered piece impelled into the left ring finger tip. So it's almost like a splinter type injury, and this is not moving around very well. There we go. There it is. That's the splinter. So a puncture, and we have an other category, and here I gave it an unknown. You know, I wonder how many unknowns. We had miscellaneous. So there's probably a better term for that. I'm just going to play around here for just a second, then we'll get back to the show. Struck by caught in. That just doesn't seem right, does it? Let's see if we've got a slip, trip, fall. Obviously, no. This is a puncture. And maybe there's so few that maybe it doesn't deserve to be anywhere. Still an overexertion. Object in eye, no. You know, sometimes there's a puncture, laceration, contact with sharps. I may use that, you know, because of the puncture. So what I wanted to show is that, yeah, there's a possibility. So what I'm going to do is, I don't have a thing down below here. I wonder how far it goes up. Anything there? No? All right, we're going to take this and highlight it. Now what I'm interested in is I'm trying to figure out by job priority. And so in order to do that, I need to sort by the work comp code. So data sort, and it should show up work comp class code. Okay. Hopefully that still works. I thought there might be another column, but I'm not seeing it. Okay, so it's 36. It's not 3629. I thought it was like 3632. There it is, the machine shop. So I just want to focus on the machine shop now. I don't want anything else here. I'm just focusing on the machine shop. So I do it backwards. I do the I paste the whole thing, and then I delete what I don't want. Now you could copy and paste just what you want, but it in Excel it won't carry over the column widths, and so then you got to go through and correct all that. I just, you know, I guess it's 6 here versus half a dozen, but this is how I roll. And delete. So I just have my machine shop now. I'm only focusing on the machine shop. So I've got my where. And what I would do then is, I should get rid of all this down here too. No reason for it to be here. Okay. I probably grabbed too much, but here we go. So we got just the machine shop. It looks like we've got 644. I could get the dates, but the dates should be pretty much the same as it was. And with this data set, I'm going to bring down the header so I know what I'm working with. You know, I just thought of something that, so the way we're supposed to do this is we're supposed to go to the new causes. These are the new cause categories, and we're supposed to use this. So I always put the new in there so you know what it is. New cause, and then I'm supposed to go up there and get them all. There's only 8 of them, but we have the old version of it. And let's see, where's the new cause? New cause is right here. And what I'm going to do is be building this. I want to know what's causing, you know, that stuff. And so I'm wondering, so we're in J. I wonder what happens if I was to put this in J, and then if I just adjusted the stuff that's there. I'm going to try it. So copy. I mean, obviously I already have the answers and everything. So if I come back on here and I go down to J, sometimes when you create something that has all kinds of equations, you can make it work again. And man, just want to go to right there. This is just not easy. So I'm going to go right here. I'm going to see what happens. Paste. Get rid of this up here. And now what I need to do is I need to adjust these things. So it's going to be in column J. It's J2 to J. No, not that far. It just goes down to, now I can't see it, 645. 645. And that should do it. So we have a little bit different numbers. If you'll recall, so it goes down to line 645. Minus 1 is 644. Let's see if we have 644 right here. Equals the sum. Hopefully this equals 644. Very good. I need to lower this. Give it an insert. Gotta make room. Yeah, brought down the yellow. This thing really jumps around. I'm using the touchpad on my laptop to do this, and it's proving to be difficult. All right, so now I got to fix all this other stuff. So this is, I did it by 850, and that was correct, and that equaled 75%. Is that right? Yeah, that would be right. This total paid. So I highlighted to see what lights up, and I assumed it would be right here. See, it went all the way down. We only want to go to 645, I believe. I'm just going to hit return so I don't mess anything up. So go back over here. J to 850. No, not to 850, but to 645. 645. And that's right. And then this goes to 645. Now I should be able to run this down. It may not have changed because the extra rows that were accounted for, there's nothing there. It was like way over here. Oh, that's S. Maybe that wasn't right. I gotta look at that again. S to S 645. 1.47. Excuse me, 1.475. Keeps jumping around. 1.475. Yeah, it did work. And this should be by the original, and it is. And I want to see what this is. Format cells. It's going to be a different percentage than the one I've been working on before. So it's 63. Because before we had taken out 40 before. This one is only taking out 30. Where is it? Because again, before I took out 12, I only took out 6. 23%. It's just I'm going to have to do some corrective work later. So let's see what we have here. Is the average... Yeah, that's still fine. You can see which one costs the most. The RPNs are here. How much did it change? 1 is still 1, 2 is still 2, 3 is still 3, and 4 is still 4. It didn't change it. And is it going to tell me what the top 4 were? I do this kind of stuff because these are things that you may want to report. So that cell plus that cell plus... Okay, let's see what that turns out to be if I run it down now. You can't obviously do it on average paid. That doesn't help. So 59%, 57%. The top 4, that's plenty, especially since it's a subset of a subset. Let's see here. So what we'd like to do is we want to find out what's going on with this. So this here, the number 1 causes overexertion. So everything up there, is it sorted by cause? I'd like to know. Highlight this, and I'm going to sort by new cause. I'm going to do a little trick here. So I'm going to be trending now. Okay? So data, sort, and I want to do by, oh man. Sometimes it tries to guess and it tries to be very clever. Why would you do this to me? I want to do new cause, which is, news cause is J. I want to do it by J then B. Sort. I want to go by J. Yep. And then I'm going to add a level, and I want to go by B. So it's going to sort by the new cause, and then it's going to sort by year. All I want to do is look at overexertion. Where's the new cause? Okay, here we go. Object in I, overexertion. So when you, if, I'm going to copy and paste, I'm going to copy it. So I'm not going to ruin the work I had done. I'm just going to drop this down below the outliers. Here we go. Copy. I'm going to go down below so I can work on it. There we go. I try to go, so it starts at 675. So I've got this by, these are overexertion causes under the new code to the machine shop, and it's sorted by year, or at least it should be theoretically. Looks good to me, and that's B. So now what I want to do is something similar that we did when we were assessing the performance of the safety program. Actually, I want to bring down a header row here. Just going to copy, and I'm going to put it beneath so I can work with it. Yes, right there. Paste. Good. Now I could just do the total paid, but I could do it by indemnity too. And I think because this is probably the largest of everything, that let's go and do let's see, year and then count, because you don't really need a percent count at this point. I'm not prioritizing, I'm trending. And I believe they go 2008, 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012, and I think 2013, isn't that a partial year? And a number of claims. Real quick, I just want a quick count. Equals count if J, is it, was it 645? Or was that, it 675, pardon me. I usually have a little piece of paper next to me where I write this stuff down, so I'm not 675 to J 857. And I want to know what happens when it equals this. Can I do that? So I got 183. That's just so I can check things. So now I got to go back to B equals count if B 675 to B 857 when that equals this thing right here. And let's go up and freeze the rows. And then I can click and drag it. Actually, somebody taught me something. What happens if I do this? Oh. So you can double click and it goes down until there's an end. And so now I can write total and then equal the sum, and I'm hoping this is 183. Very good. So I could graph this. Now again, 2013, it only goes till 8 months. So let's see what happens when we scatter plot the number of claims per year. Very interesting for overexertion. What happens if I do a best fit line? Yeah, it's not close to it, but there's an indication of increase. You know, something we don't want. We don't want it to increase, and it is. So overexertion injuries, although they seem to be pretty consistent with a 37, 37, 37, maybe when 2013 got over, it was at 37. I mean, it very much, well, let's see what it is. So we are, this is just conjecture at this point. Hold on, let's get this out of the way, and I hope I didn't screw anything up. So I'm going back to my equal sign. So we are September is the 9th month, but it's just at the beginning of it. So really we completed 8 months, so 8/12. 8/12 is 2/3. So if we were to go 25 times by 3 divided by 2, looks like they're right on pace to have 37 overexertion injuries in the shop. So so since 2009, that's 4 years in a row. That's what it looks like. Let's see what let's see what the indemnity and everything else. Indemnity paid. We'll kind of see whether the prices are going up. Prices. What's paid? Medical paid. Uh, expense paid. Legal paid. Voc paid. Rehab. And then total. Okay. I mean, really total is all I want, but again, this is one of the bigger data sets. And so, how do we do this? We do the sum if. Equals sum if. The range is B. B? Did I lean against something? B. That was fun. Now I'm all screwed up. 675 to B. And now I can't see it. Is it 857? I hope this is right. 857. The criterion is the year. And what I wanted to add up is M 675 to M 857. Let's see, in my head, does that seem right? There's 183, so it's not quite 200. All right. Now I got to freeze a bunch of stuff. As I move it to the right, I don't want B to change, so I need to freeze it. I don't want those to change. That thing, I want that to stay the same, but I want that to move. I want M to change, but I don't want to change that. And I will turn this into currency. I don't know why. Out of all the things that Excel tries to guess at, I don't understand. What happens if I... No, it'll go all the way down to total if I do that. All right, there we go. So, let's see what happens with the total paid. So we're not going to use 2013. We're just going to use 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I'm going to... Oh, yeah, so I got to go to Insert, Scatter Plot. And I'm going to Effect, Select Data. I need to edit. First of all, it's called Total Paid. And the X values... Sorry, I just kind of sometimes get that screwed up. Go find it. Get some. Okay, here we go. Let's see what she looks like. Isn't that interesting? Here's the total paid. Add a trend line. Kind of similar. Where's my... We need to get these side by side so we can come up with an interpretation here. This little laptop screen. Dang. Oh, there it was. Huh. Wait. Where's the other one now? There's the total paid. I mean, I'm missing all kinds of labels here. But what are we seeing here? We're seeing, well, it looks like the total cost is going up quite a bit. We could go back and look at our by year and see how that looked. So it seemed to come down, but is that 2013 in there? No, it's only 2012. Number of claims came down in 2012. The total claims paid seems to go down. Where is the other graphs? This is a little bit better. I got really fancy here. It appears that the total pays just keep going up and up and up. So what we can do is we can compare the overall, the company wide, because I mean this is going to contain things that are going to, I don't know, dilute. Once you get down to the priorities, you're really going to find out what's affecting what. let's see. I don't think that's going to benefit me. Again, this is the count. Seems pretty consistent. Remember how it's probably going to be 37 again? So whatever they're doing, whatever this company is doing to try and analyze what are the causes of overexertion, it doesn't appear to be happening, but we don't know, we don't have all the answers. We're just trying to figure out where to focus. And with this, I think I'd like to add some more data. So I'm going to add, let's see, the name of the series is, might as well start on my left. Is it indemnity? Okay, so I'm going to look at indemnity. I hope it stays. It did. I'm going to bring it over even more. Really difficult working on this little screen. Where's the indemnity? There we go. We don't include there. There's one. Let's see what it looks like. Look at that. Going down. The indemnity seems to be going down. So the indemnity is the money that's paid or money that is going to so it's either lost wage or it's lost I don't want to say body part, but making body whole payments. Select data. I'm going to add one. I'm going to add medical. I think this is where we're going to see a jump without even looking at it. And let's take a look. Is there any other number that would even be alarming? Probably not. So with a graph like this, try to make it bigger. And I think we can move the down here. I thought there was a legend thing where you could move the legend. Format legend. Legend bottom. So it expands it out, but look what it did to the, we can fix this too. Format access, and I want to fix this at 1. That should work. Yeah. So there you go. You know, again, this is just for a certain, this is the machine shop. This is just for a certain cause. And now, one thing we can do, or I'm just going to show you, I think I'm going to add, format this, format axis. I'd like to have it go up. Let's go up to like 15 or something. And so now if I was to draw something on here, what are those? Insert. How do I put in a line? Can I put in a line? I can. If I can find a way to get it pretty close to the line that's there and then extend it. So, you know, if things continue the way they are, it's possible that in 2015 the company could be nearing, you know, $250,000 just in overexertion, even though, you know, the max they've ever experienced is 200. What's the 2013? Just because I mean that's not real. I mean things are still growing. The 2013 is currently at 39, but that's a very immature number. Very immature. It's going to grow over time because there's probably a lot of open cases, and we could go up and look if they are open cases. Where's the open case? So look at, so for 2013, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so 16 of the how many are still open? Just all over the place. Totally lost everything here. 16 of the 25. 2/3, something like that, 3/5 are still open, and the year isn't done yet, and so that number is going to continue to climb. Um, let's extend the next one too. I mean, the dots aren't super close to the numbers, so it's not, a perfect science by any means, but we're extrapolating based on 5 years of data. The more data we have, okay, that's not a good number. Look at, I kind of started a little bit late, or a little bit low. Sorry, I'm gonna try to, and I just got to go a little bit above that. So getting close to 200 for the medical costs, which, that's not too, again, this isn't too much higher than what it was in 2013. 2013 is going to give us more data. 2013 gives more data. 2014 gives more data. 2015, we're still guessing. But we need to do something. I think this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to show management. Got to do something, or else, this is where the things could go. And so I'll show you some of the other work I had done here. So I did 3632 overexertion. And let's see, where's some of my numbers here? It's probably pretty similar. Yeah, look at that. That's the way I did it before. So I even get even more fancy with the numbers. See, same thing. Same thing with that. Okay. And that's not even including the outliers. The outliers aren't included. So the most expensive claims are not even included in the work that's going on right now. Look, I kind of wrote up here the count, the outliers. Here's the year. So this is what you want to work to, and that is the estimated future loss. So we've got the estimated year. So 2014 we're estimating, 2013 still immature. It's going to be immatured for a while. Count 37. If we forecast it to be 47, but 37, it's probably going to be that way for 4 years in a row. Here's the average cost. Here's the estimated pains claim. Here's the estimated from the figure. I think I just came up with this number by multiplying this cost by this cost. Is that correct? Okay, the 47. Trying to come up with a conservative number. So it's either 164 low. That doesn't include the overexertion outliers. Is that true? Yeah, there's two of them, which the two of them equal quite a bit. Just one of those. What were the years on those? Just gonna quick. Again, I'm trying to just get an idea of what's going on here, and this one and this one. One is open, one is closed. One's in 2011, one's in 2012. And what I did over here, I did a run of return on investment, 30, 40, 50. Conservative estimate of loss, 165. Is that what I went with, 165? Wow, I went with the very lowest. And being able to request an investment. In the real world, and I'm going to probably shut it down here and then get to the final thing, but in the real world, you can estimate what the losses can be, and then you can go research it and talk to the workers and do observations and apply whatever technique you have to analyze the job. And then you can find out what the costs are. What are the range of costs for the different solutions? And then you can calculate a return on investment. For this assignment here, all we can do is estimate what the future losses would be and then come in with estimates of what kind of money could be requested and provide a range of return on investments here. Each company may have their own, but as you can see, based on these estimates, these are all 1 year returns on investment. As you can see, that you can ask for this much, depending on what they want the return to be. So that's where we're going to pick up in the next video.